Welcome back to the Buzz Pod.
Z-Man is running the show. Let's go, baby. It's great to be back, Z. I'm fired up for this Toronto Marley special edition episode hosted by Zach Solow, co-host Nico Blatchman. I'm another road game for me. I'm in a parking lot working the SoFlo games today. Some great games going on today, but some better games tomorrow when Blatchy makes his debut for this season. So I'm fired up. But yeah, so a little road game, but pumped to be here off the phone. Here we go.
Are you guys playing hockey or basketball? Look at that tank you're rocking. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the merch. I don't design the merch, but I do wear it. So that's all I'll say about that. But I do like this tarp. It's nice. But yeah,
Right.
no, I'm out here. I had my BuzzPod hoodie, but it is very hot and I don't have a water. So we're just gonna go tank top.
Yes, sir. Yes, the Toronto Marlies special this week. Truly incredible. We have two great guests coming on. Starting off for us, joining us today is the all-time scoring leader for the Toronto Marlies. He is a two-time Big Ten champion, a two-time AHL All-Star, and most notably was named to the USHL All-Academic Team in 2018. Welcome to the Buzz Pod, Alex Steeves. There he is. And yes, he did. Look at the hat on this guy. That's
Uh,
that's our actual co-host.
Here we go. I've heard so many good things about you, man. That's why I had to hop on this pod. I'm in Florida. I'm at a parking lot, but this was just too good to miss up on.
What's funny is
Absolutely. Pleasure
what's
to be here, boys. Pleasure to be here.
what's funny is you've heard a lot of good things about him. He's probably heard a lot of bad things about you. So
That's
let's
true.
give let's
That's
give this a
true.
shake.
Strictly bad things.
Let's
Steve,
go.
thank you for coming on. First things first, how's your summer going?
It's going good, man. It's going good. Beautiful day here in Minnesota. Watched a little bit of golf today, a little bit of training, and as you know, man, just grinding away, trying to rejuvenate the soul while also taking a step. So it's a good time of the year.
That's right. You did get to go to a little bit of a golf trip, kind of a bachelor party event. Talk about your golf game, not the bachelor event. How's that been going this summer?
You know, there's it's been a lot of ups and downs. Yeah, my older brother, he actually got married last weekend, so had a nice little weekend of festivities last weekend. The golf game, it's there's a lot of highs and there's a lot of lows. First of all, I've gotten a reputation amongst my friends as being a 9-hole golfer, which they don't really like that about me. I usually dip after 9 holes. I'm too tired or I got things to do, but I'm having a hard time finding time for 18. So when I play nine, like I'm shooting lots of rounds in the 30s, but I don't know if that's like if I can say I'm really good because I feel like 18 holes is a completely different animal.
When
Is
you
it
get
low 30s or high 30s?
High 30s. Come
Yeah,
on now.
that's
Come on.
hilarious. The guy in the 30s. All
Yeah,
right,
like I'm
respect
shooting
that
like
though.
I'm shooting like 1, 2, 3 over a lot when I play 9 holes. But it's at my home course, so like I feel like that's a factor too. I've got all the tools, just maybe not a toolbox to put them. So it's
Yeah, man, the your golf game is great, but I think it's easier for you to put the puck in the back of the net than it is for the ball to go into the hole.
I'm sticking with hockey. I haven't been to a driving range in a long time.
Yeah,
I just don't have it in me. I like to shoot up and take a breakfast ball.
that's fair. Career high, 36 goals, 37 if you count the one in the NHL. Without sharing all your secrets, what do you do in the summer to work on your goal scoring?
Yeah. So in between my second and third year in the USHL, I like hadn't really been the offensive producer I had wanted to be. So I kind of just made this like personal choice in like mindset and work ethic where I was like, I'm going to be that guy. And funny, it's like that because actually one of the guys who inspired me to be like that in terms of the mindset was Yours truly, Zach Solow. Because I had been on his team as like a bottom six guy, but watched him lead the league in points, and I was like, man, like this guy's mindset, like he just expects to be like that guy, and that rubbed off. I wanted to be that guy, so I kind of went home and my little brother and I that summer worked with a shooting coach in Boston. Shoot to Score is the name of it. I know he's trained like Eichel, Bergeron, a lot of those guys, and basically just like shot a. Can we swear on this pod? How does
Yes.
okay?
Fuck.
Shot a shit ton of pucks that summer. But also, like in doing that, I think just as important as actually improving your physical shot is this mindset that you're developing that you are a shoot first guy, that when you get the puck, like you're literally trying to shoot the puck through the net. Because there's so many guys, you've played with guys who have unbelievable shots. They can absolutely snap it, but they don't score because it's either A, they don't know how to get shots off quick, they don't have that mindset, they're passing up shots. So it's kind of just become a mindset where I expect to be that guy. I do grind on my shot a lot. Like we have an attic at our house where my little brother and I are shooting pucks 3-4 times a week. But it's a mindset more than anything.
Yeah.
And it's a hard mental space to get into because like there's going to be times where, especially if you care about the opinion of your teammates, which I really do, like there's going to be times where you're going to piss teammates off. Like you shoot a puck on a 3-on-1 and you don't score. You shoot a puck on a 2-on-1, you don't score. But those are the things you got to live with to be a goal scorer. And it's just, to me, it's a mindset more than anything.
It's
That's
funny you say that about Z because I find the same thing. Just like you train with him for a summer, 2 summers. I mean, I've known Z for a long time now, and just like it does rub off on you because you see a guy like, especially when Z was younger, like his stature was a bit ridiculous, right? Like this short, chubby kid, and just like always leading the tournament in points, like always leading the game in points. And like you see the conviction in his face. Kind of like if you asked him, like, hey, you're having a great weekend, he'd look at you and be like, what the fuck do you expect? I'm Zach Solow, like, and it's just like you see it in the way he trains as well. It like rubs off on you, like everything's supposed to go in, like that mindset, like you talked about. And obviously, my role is a little different, but it's the same in terms of like if you have the mindset of like you're the guy, like if I go into that whole like I'm the sheriff mindset, like it helps so much in terms of like how you perform and what you're trying to do 100%.
Yep.
it's that believability. And so you said that you started to make that decision in your USHL days. When did it click for you? Because you had great seasons at Notre Dame and then leading into the American League. When did it really click for you that you're like, fuck, if I get the puck in any sort of scoring area, it's in automatic?
So, yeah. The offensive side of things and like production definitely clicked that next season in the USHL. But in terms of like really like it being a goal scorer and having that being my identity, was probably my last year at Notre Dame. Um, I don't know what it was, but I was just super ambitious that year, and for whatever reason, the pucks weren't really falling for my teammates, and they were falling for me. And I kind of just like adopted like that year, kind of like this. Okay, I need to score. Um, and yeah, so then I ran with it right into pro.
Yeah.
Anyone who's played with me or been around me knows like I want the puck. Like when I don't have the puck, like I'm constantly like figuring out how to get it open
Yes, you do.
and get to those scoring areas. And for me, like the biggest aspect, I like to say I score a lot of goals in different ways. But how I definitely have scored a lot of my goals is one timers. And that didn't really click with me until I left Notre Dame. I'll never forget, like, after I finished Notre Dame and I had scored a lot that year for like college hockey standards and the team I was on and whatnot, just talking to one of our assistant coaches, he was like, "You're not going to have any time with the puck. So you're either going to need to get inside or the puck's going to need to be on and off your stick." So literally just I had signed with the Leafs but was finishing off the semester, so I was skating on my own with like the assistant coach, and we just started grinding one timers from like not like set up on the power play, but like just roam around in the ozone, and he'll fire me pucks from wherever and just one time and one time and one time. And I just became kind of a one timer shooter too. And I've learned that in pro hockey, like the game is just so tight. There's no space out there, especially as the season goes on. So anytime and it's not necessarily about picking spots, although there's times for that, but just you'd be amazed how if you're ready to shoot and you want the puck and all you're focused on is just getting good contact on the puck on net,
Mm-hmm. I was
you're going to score a lot of goals. Like there's lots of times when it's all set up for me, I'm picking my spot, whether it be short or weak side. But there's other times where either the puck is coming so fast or it's not in my wheelhouse, and I'm just like, okay, get good contact on it. And my whole like philosophy as a shooter is like, if I don't know where the puck is going, how is the goalie supposed to know?
well
And
said.
it's it's worked for me, and that's kind of rambling here, but I don't know.
No,
It's
That's
dude,
awesome. The
that's
old close your eyes and
wise.
shoot.
yeah,
Yes,
it's all about contact, man. I'm telling you.
it is. And it makes perfect sense because this season I watched you score almost every game, it felt like. And I'm like, wow, like he's just surprising the goalie. Like the goalie's not ready. And you are, like you just said, in a position where you're ready to pull the pin and you're already set up. So it is going to be a hard shot. You make good contact, hit the net, and then who knows? I mean, you also had like a 100,000 shots on net too to go with all your goals. Now the hard part of that, what advice would you give to a young player when the goal scoring dries up a little bit?
It's the ultimate question, and even I struggle with it at times. This was probably my best year I've ever had in terms of managing that. But even within that, I did have one, we'll call it a slump, at least for myself. Like I felt like I was slumping and had a monkey on my back. It's hard, man. It's really hard. There's no worse feeling in the world than like, especially if it's part of your identity as a player, like you're showing up to games being like, is this going to be the night where I finally score, like that type of stuff. And then you'll approach a game being like, okay, just keep shooting, shoot everything, shoot like a couple pucks I shouldn't shoot, like just like shoot. And then you don't score, you hit the post, or you get a bunch of good chances, and then you miss the net when Zach Solow gift wraps one for you back. It's a grind. And for me, I think the things that have helped me the most with it are like mental conditioning. I started working with a mental coach a couple of years ago. And I do like mental reps a few times a week where before bed, I like envision different aspects of my game, not just goal scoring and what it looks like when I'm playing at my best. But like for goal scoring, like, okay, like picture, like, and literally like sit up straight, close your eyes, and just imagine like what does it feel like to hit a perfect one timer. You're picking your spot, you're seeing the puck go in, just building that belief and like I guess confidence in yourself and excitement
Mm-hmm.
towards it. And that's really all you can do. I think the worst thing you can do is start gripping the stick and like obsessing over it. But obviously those are the things that happen naturally, right? So to combat that, I think you just gotta, for me, I've always told myself whenever you're not scoring, keep shooting.
Yep.
Be concerned if you're not getting chances, not if the puck's falling. Because once you start scoring again, you're going to get a couple bounces that shouldn't have gone in, and then it all evens out. So keep shooting. Um, and you just gotta double down on the details whenever things
Mm-hmm.
aren't on your way. That's always been my philosophy. Like stay out after practice and hammer a couple pucks. Just get to the dirty areas more. Like you're not going to score a one timer from the dot every night. You're not going to score a 2-on-1 top shelf odd man rush every night, but there are goals available inside the house every single night. So for me, it's just, and again, I'm not perfect at that, far from it, but those are the things that I would think about whenever the goals dry up is just keep shooting, double down on the details, mentally make sure you're right. Don't be gripping the stick, play free. And then eventually it'll fall and they'll come in bunches.
Yes, when it rains, it pours. Very wise result. Now, I want to shift away from the goal scoring because I think you gave us all your secrets. And I want to talk about your part-time coaching job at Tigers Eye Hockey.
Yes, sir.
Stever helped out uh, at the Tigers Eye Hockey Camp in Dubuque this summer. Elite coach, high energy the whole day, which it was a very long day, 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. How did you like coaching?
I liked aspects of it. I liked being out there with one of my good buddies. Being back in Dubuque, that was really special for me. There was one camper, I won't say his name, but just in case he's a fan of the pod, he knows who he is.
Yes, he does.
And this guy was getting on Coach Zach and I's last nerves, but I really liked it. I've always considered myself someone more inclined towards if I worked in hockey, like a front office position more so than coaching. I don't know. I've always been one of those guys where I feel like I have like a very analytical mind and stuff like, but I'm not good at teaching other people to see things the way I do. And again, not that the way I see things is the right way.
Yeah, yeah.
It's you know what I mean? Like it's tough for me sometimes to convey I guess in a way that will be helpful to a student
Yeah.
player what's on my mind. And I don't necessarily have a lot of patience sometimes for people who maybe lack work ethic or like aren't like ready to. So it was a good experience for me. It was nice to kind of get that coaching stuff. The one thing I will say is if I ever do fall into coaching, I don't know if I can spend 6 hours on the ice.
Yeah, yeah, I was gonna say.
I think there's also something about like you play pro hockey, so then when you go to coach kids, like half of them you just want to kick them off the ice. Like half of them you're like, oh, you're cut. You're already cut. Because it's like half of them are lacking just the basic work ethic. Like half of them, it almost seems like they don't want to be there sometimes when I'm coaching camps. But then the other half is great and dialed in. But like when they're so young, I think it's part of just like being a young person. Like sometimes you're very interested in practice. Sometimes you don't care at all about practice. Like the ups and downs, like when you're a kid of like, I think is crazy. So I think that's the frustrating part. And like the impatient part is like, you're so used to pro where like everyone's giving it their all and guys are still getting cut. And then you come in here and kids are not even listening. You're just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean, I know Zach's the same way as me. Like, I think we're both the type of people who we expect other people to match our work ethic and intensity and our drive. And that happens with me at the pro level sometimes. Like, if there's guys, and again, not that all my days are 10 out of 10s, but I find that my drive and work ethic are pretty consistent. But when it comes to the kids, like when they're not, when they are just completely effing off, it's like, all right, here, like trying to drop a drill, and the camper's literally tripping kids in the corner, and I'm literally two-hand them over the head with my twig. But I don't know. It was good. It was
Yes.
good. Like Coach Alex. I don't know. Hopefully I get welcomed back, but
Oh, you certainly will. The next day, the kids were asking for you back. They're like, "Where's Coach Alex? Where's Coach Alex?" I told him, like, "Yeah, he's a guest coach for one day. He's got to go. He's got to go sign a contract with the Boston Bruins."
that was my tryout too.
Yeah, yeah. No, they loved it. Um,
Congratulations, by the way, on that deal. Just kind of skipped through that. Also signed with the Boston Bruins. Yeah, congratulations.
Appreciate it, brother. Thank you. Yeah, I'm really excited.
Amazing city. Amazing city. I spent 4 years there, obviously, as you know, because I talked about the bean pot like every day.
Because you
You
won it.
you will be so happy with all of the food options in Boston. Alex Be Hungry, which I'll go on the record here, eats food faster than anybody I know and takes down a lot of it. The North End has a ton of Italian restaurants. I cannot wait to see the reviews. You will be full. Alex will be full.
Special.
Uh,
Special.
yes. Stever, thank you so much for coming on. I don't want to take up too much of your time. You just spewed so much wisdom for all these young kids. Um,
For
thank you
me, for
again,
me,
bro.
I'm gonna re-listen to that goal scoring, the
Gonna be
whole
a,
thing.
gonna be a career year for Nico next year, putting the pill in the net.
Yeah,
Let's go.
he's over here. He's like, oh, I just don't grip the stick too tight. Okay, all right, got it, got it. It's a
Wait, so I
mindset.
gotta expect to score every time. Oh, all right.
Yeah.
It's all mental. We all have good shots. It's about that mental grind, boys.
You're so right, man. You're
You
so
are
right.
gonna love your time in Boston, playing in the Garden. Man, I'm so happy for you. I'm grateful I was your teammate for 3 years. Excited to see you on your new journey and
Good
your
luck in
best
Boston.
start.
We'll have to have you back on after your first season in Boston.
Appreciate it, fellas. Fan of the pod. I'll be back. I'll be back.
Let's go.
And that's
Let's go.
NUFD.
Good luck for you to you boys too in your seasons. I know Big Zach's going to Germany. Where are you heading next year, Nico?
The Blatchman sweepstakes are going on right now.
Really?
Yeah. The
Yeah, we'll
bidding
see.
war.
We'll see.
Okay, well, we'll that's TBD.
Yes.
TBD.
Oh, really quick. We got the young buck,
No.
William Villeneuve, coming on the pod. Is there anything you could share about Vil in the PG realm for our listeners?
The young buck.
The young buck. You
Boy,
sh-
boy, are the listeners in for a treat. Yeah, they're just gonna have to scooch forward in their chairs and really listen because there might be a couple language barriers in there.
yes.
But what's something PG about the young buck? I'll say this: very loyal guy, very caring guy.
Mm-hmm.
Thing I admire most about my son William is that he saw this year. He saw what he wanted and he wasn't getting it. He talked to the right people and the people around him and said, "What do I need to do?" They gave him a path and he seized it. And I think we live in an age where everyone's complaining, everyone's bitching, everyone wants this. I'm not on the power play. I'm not in the lineup. I'm not this. I'm not that. And there's so many people who complain, and then if they get the shot and they don't seize it, then it's still not their fault. Like there's no, I guess, self accountability. You want to talk about a guy who asked for the path and seized it, and he's still going, but asked for the path and seized it. Not enough guys do that. And that's something PG about him that I respect the hell out of.
Yes,
That's
he
unreal.
did. Yes.
That is unreal. That
That's
is
amazing.
unreal. I mean, that is unreal.
The, be-
Unreal.
the best part about that is that he will say the exact same thing about you, Alex.
Oh, he's my dog. So are you.
You guys are my dogs. I
Yes.
appreciate you, brother. Thank you
Thanks,
for taking
Alex.
the time.
Appreciate it, brother.
Have me on.
All right. Well, that was sick. Huge thanks to Alex Steeves. I think my biggest takeaway is what he took from having you as a teammate in Dubuque, which is exactly what I take from you and use to my advantage, which is this mindset of just expecting the mindset of I'm the guy, actually, is what he said. Like, to be the mindset of I'm the guy. And when you start to expect the puck, expect to score, it's something me and you have talked about in depth when we were training together in Wisconsin, like always expecting the puck, always putting yourself in a spot to score, always expecting to score. And that just like, it's crazy, eh? The Z-Man and the solo streak just rubbing off on guys.
Well, man, it's like you say it's a mindset, but you have to create your own mindset. Like you have to do the things every single day. So in your mind, when you tell yourself, I'm the guy, you believe it because you've been putting in the work. You wake up early. You do the shit that nobody wants to do. When you're tired and it sucks, you still push through it because then when you're around all the guys and you're going through it, you're going, these guys weren't putting in the work I put in. I
And the
know I've done the work.
and the visualization, I feel like it's weird. Hey, every pro visualizes. Every guy that has success talks about how they visualize putting themselves in that situation, and then it happens. It's funny how that works.
Yeah. I mean, Stever, great guy, great hockey player.
And he gave an awesome shout out to a guy that we're about to have on the pod.
Yes, he did. Joining us today is a man who walks it. He talks it and he sauces it. He's a fourth round pick to the Leafs, a Memorial Cup champion, the young buck, my son, William.
There he is.
He's in the cut, a little technical difficulty, no problem. Adversity early. Welcome.
Just, how are you, sir? Good
I
to
am
see you.
great. I'm great. This is my boy Nico.
Nico, how are you, brother?
William, bonjour, ça va?
I'm great. How are you?
Ça va très bien. Je suis content pour speak avec toi.
Yeah, your French is dialed. I like it.
Appreciate it.
Bill, man.
My wife is from the West Island, but I've heard a lot of good things about you, so I'm fired up for this one.
I'm excited for this. Let's get it going.
Yes, sir. First things first, I got to check in, man. How's your summer going? Talk to me.
Summer's been great, man. Just been grinding away. I'm living at my parents' house, so it's been nice to have some nice home cooked meals and just been enjoying the summer, grinding, so
Yes,
getting better.
that's
So yeah,
right.
it's been awesome.
That's right. What you been getting up to in your free time? You competing at all?
I love to compete. Golfing. Yeah, mostly just golfing on my days off and stuff like that. Yeah, not as it's been fun, during this season too. Lots of competing, so trying to trying to keep it up this summer too. So
That's right. We always are quoting each other. And my favorite one you hit me with today, get comfortable at being uncomfortable. Are you getting
sir,
uncomfortable with your training sessions?
yes, sir. I'm trying to. You gave me this quote a couple years ago, and I've been trying to live by it for the last 2 or 3 years. So no, it's been awesome. So I'm excited for next season.
Yeah, you had an amazing season this year, man. Career high in points, 40 points, defenseman. Talk about what went into the success of this season for you.
Yeah, I think my first 3 years have been kind of a roller coaster. As a first year guy, when drafted, you come out of junior, you get a lot of opportunities and stuff like that. So my first year was high and lows, but I had a lot of opportunities. So it's been awesome. And second year has been more rough, if I can be honest. Didn't have a great camp and lost confidence kind of early in the season. So I feel I was a step behind for most of the season. But um, I consider myself lucky. I have a lot of great people around me, family, obviously, but met guys like Joe, Steve, Shazi, Cliffy, and lots of guys have been in my corner. So, you guys kept me level headed and kept working hard and got my a good opportunity early on the season to really take on a bigger role. And yeah, it's been a good season and I'm happy about it. But one of the things that I learned in my first 3 years is you got to win your job every day. So I'm excited for next season to get even better. So yeah.
That's right. And let me
You're a
ask you,
dog. You're a dog.
let me let me ask you quickly. Before you got to pro, did you ever get scratched?
I never got scratched, no, in junior or anything. So obviously it was something new coming to pro hockey, but I'm a big believer that you learn a lot from watching above and from watching other players too. I think you can take something away from every player. Every player has something they're really good at. So yeah, sometimes even if it's hard to be scratched and not play, there's always a way to learn and stuff like that. So that's the biggest thing that I've learned.
That's absolutely the right mindset. I saw you get scratched 2 years ago, and I'm scratching my head like, oh man, I don't know about that one. But the way you handled it was like you'd been there before and you absolutely crushed it. And what I mean by that is like you come to the rink, you still get your work in, you get a little stronger, and you just wait for your opportunity and then you take it. What did you learn in those days that you were being scratched?
Um, Again, like it was new to me, but I had a lot of good people. You know, you and like I said, the guy that I'm before always minded that you got to wait for your opportunity. You always got to work. You always got to try to make yourself better and try to get something out of a day. You know, sometimes it's hard to go to the rink when you know you're not playing and stuff like that. But as a hockey player, you know, we have the best job in the world, and it's to find a way to get better and to get something out of that day. But it's hard, you know, like you've been there, and a lot of guys have been there. It's hard. It's easy to stay positive and keep working, but sometimes it is hard. But you just gotta keep working and really wait for your opportunity, and you gotta be ready when the opportunity comes, because sometimes it doesn't come very often, but you gotta take it and you gotta run away with it. So
That's the biggest thing is when the opportunity comes, you have to seize it. You
hmm
have to be ready in your touches, in your effort. And we talk about adding tools to the toolbox and growing our
yeah,
game. And that's exactly what you did last summer, which led into this season. And as you said, I'm coming in, kicking the doors down. But when you're kicking the doors down, it didn't open right away. You were
yeah,
scratched again at the start of this year
hmm
before you put up a career season.
hmm
So at that point, it's different when you're scratched the first time than the second time, in the second season. So talk about your belief level and your conviction this season when you were being scratched early in the year.
yeah. I think the biggest thing after last season was really like looking at myself in the mirror. You know, like I said, first year you get a lot of opportunities. You get power play time. You get sometimes you play and you don't necessarily deserve to play. You know that, but as a second year, there's more expectation. Management or coaches and players, they expect more from you. So for me, after last season was really, looking at myself, what I need to work on. You know, I gotta get big. I gotta get bigger. I gotta defend better. And I feel the offensive side of my game and my puck moving is one of my strengths. And it's good enough at this level, and but I got to be able to box out. I got to be able to play as many games as possible and defend really hard every single game. And that's something that I wasn't doing my first and second year. But like when you start a little, yeah, I started a little bit behind in this season. You know, and last year in my great season, I had to work my way up, and I really try to find consistency in my game. And after the 15 game mark of last season, I really took a step and, like I said, took the opportunity I had and try to be consistent in my defending. And when you defend better, you don't spend as much time in defensive zone, and I'm pretty comfortable in the offensive zone, stuff like that. So, yeah, it's been just a work in progress, but I got to be able to defend. If I want to go to the NHL, I got to get bigger. I got to be harder to play again. So that's the thing that I'm focusing on for next season.
That's right. And you did, man. That was my favorite tool you added to the toolbox, and that was meanness and little fuck you in your game, man. It
Yeah,
was so noticeably different after you came back, and it was like Vil found it, he's going, and you did.
thank
Um,
you.
talk about. I want to switch over now to winning the Memorial Cup. We have another St. John Sea Dog on the podcast,
Yes,
alumni.
sir. Yes, sir.
How sick was that experience?
Yeah, it was awesome. You know, as the hosting team, playing in front of the fans, and it was an awesome thing. And obviously, didn't go great in playoffs, but at the end of the day, we had an opportunity to go win a tournament, and we got ready for 50 some days, and no, it was awesome. It was a full, I don't know, 10 to 14 days where we just really bond as a group and playing in front of full crowd in the city. The city was nothing I ever seen before. Like Nico can say, St. John is a pretty quiet city, especially in the winter and around this
Oh
time.
yeah.
But during the Mem Cup, it was buzzing all around. So
Yeah.
yeah, lifetime memories, and that's something I'm going to cherish for the rest of my life for sure.
Yeah, and so that's unbelievable, man, to win the Memorial Cup, to be on a team that's hosting it. Unbelievable. So to know the whole year, like, we're gonna have a chance at this. Um, but St. John, did you guys take the cup to O'Leary's?
Yeah, we took it
Yeah.
pretty much everywhere, man. To be
Oh
honest with
yeah.
you.
That's awesome. St. John was a great time. I was actually there the last time they had a good team before that. The year before they won the cup. So
Yeah,
I think it was 2015.
yeah,
I
something
think.
like that.
Yeah, so
16,
so
yeah,
we
16.
we we had pretty good crowds then as well, but I can't imagine for the member.
Yeah, it was buzzing. It was a lot of fun, and always, yeah, it was a lot
Did
of
you
fun.
go to school in St. John?
Yeah, I did. I did go to French school for to finish my high school. Then I did
You
online
did the old
classes for
St.
the
John
most.
Classic, one class a day, or how many classes?
When I was going to high school, it was 3 classes a day in the morning, and we were
Oh, that's
practicing
a
in the
lot of
afternoon.
work.
Yeah,
Good for
but
you. That's a
after,
lot of work.
yeah,
I did my senior year in St. John. It was one 45-minute class from 11 to 11:45. It was English.
And you
that's
were
not a
still
bad gig.
late
Not a
every
bad
day.
gig.
No, I was always on time. I had a great time in class. I just, I had a great time. I knew I was there for 45 minutes. It's a
It's not
piece
a
of
bad gig.
Vil, are there any more tools you're looking to add this summer to your game? I know you talked about getting bigger, stronger, obviously defending, but like, within the dots, within the lines, your skating, things like that.
Yeah, it comes back to getting a little uncomfortable, I think, in my game. Sometimes I back up a little too much. And so really trying to practice it, putting myself in a situation where I got to re-gap or I got to be a little bit more aggressive in the blue line. What I mean by that is instead of just backing up to the red, trying to challenge the forwards a little bit more and not give the red line or defensive blue line too easy like I did a little bit too much last year. So really trying to put myself in a situation where I gotta challenge myself with my skating and my gaps and stuff like that. And obviously get bigger, I got in, and so that's a challenge, when you're trying to box out bigger guys. So I'm around 192, 194, 195 at night. So I'm still trying to
at
build up
night.
some muscles
I
and
love
put up
that.
some
At
weight.
night.
Yeah.
Yo,
Hey,
Try
every
not
pound,
I,
every pound adds up.
yeah.
every pound
Love it.
matters, man.
Love it.
Every pound matters.
I got a quick one for you. So, obviously in pro, like I played with a lot of young guys. You were saying early, like it's helped you a lot to have guys around you.
Yeah.
Like other guys that have helped you navigate through it. But it
100.
takes two to tango in that. Like what I'm saying is, Z's probably giving that same advice to a lot of guys. Take a right turn and the guy takes a left turn right away. So
Yeah.
where did you like get that kind of open mindset? Like, I'm really gonna soak this all in. Were you like going into pro with that mindset, kind of like because I understand. I played junior as well, and
Hmm.
when you're like a 18, 19 in junior, you already start to feel old. You start to feel like a vet, and so sometimes guys carry that into pro where. It seems like you kind of had the mindset of like, I'm a nobody coming into this, and the most amazing way, by the way. I'm a nobody coming into this. I'm gonna take advice and pick from everyone and just try to continue to grow. Like, where does that kind of come from in you? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's actually a great question. Um I think it comes from the older guys just being very open. You know what I mean? Like taking the time to talk to you, especially when you're young guys. It's like it's hard to get into a locker room. You got guys like Kyle Clifford, Joe Blandisi, Logan Shaw that have been in pro hockey for 10 plus years, and but they've been very open from the start. So it was easy for me to go even ask questions and stuff like that. And there was I think our group was really special. It's very cliche. We say that a lot, but we had a group where we spent 2 or 3 years together. So we built up some great relationships. And the biggest thing for me and the biggest thing that I appreciate the most about guys like Souls, Shazi, Blender, Cliffy, Stever is they're going to tell you things straight up. Sometimes as young guys, you don't really want to hear certain things. But after that, you realize that, okay, I needed to hear what he said at the right time. You know what I mean? And for them to take the time, it would be easy for older guys to just say, "Hey, fuck this guy," like he can mess it up on his own and figure it out. But a lot of guys took time out of their day and to really teach me things and support me when I was at my lowest. You know what I mean? So last year was a really hard year for me. I was mentally, especially, and you get down on yourself, you lose confidence. And as a young guy, sometimes you don't really see a way out. Um, and one thing Souls, come back to him, but he told me last year is don't let a bad day turns into a bad week, and then don't let a bad week turns into a bad month. So that's the thing that I try to live by. And again, you got to be open minded. You know, the guys have been there; they've been through the same thing as you. So yeah, that's pretty much my message. Yeah.
That's great,
Yeah,
bro. That's
hey,
great.
Z Man's always got a good quote that you can just
Z
stick
is the
with at
man,
a
man.
bad time.
Get
Hey,
out of
when,
here,
when
man.
every time I get scratched, I just get the same exact text word for word. Hey, an opportunity to stay a little healthier and get a little stronger.
I
Yes,
like
sir.
that.
He'll hit you
Ah,
with
baby.
something every day, man. He's got
It's
something for
unbelievable.
everything.
Oh
Guys, he
man.
can write a quote book for athletes. Not even kidding on
Oh,
that.
it's coming. I think he's working on it.
I got it brewed up right now. But you started out, man. So like you talked about the leadership and all the good guys and helping you out that you can lean on in this moment. And everybody who call you my son William. And at the end of the season, it turned into my brother William. And for the people that don't know, I want to paint a picture so they can visualize it. We got to we're very lucky with the Marlies. We got to have a mentors trip, and your dad comes in the locker room to read the starting lineup, and with his accent,
Yeah,
my son William. It
yeah.
was awesome. How special was that trip? And then being in your almost your hometown, playing in front of your family.
Yeah, I think it just shows how great the Toronto Maple Leaf organization with the Marlies, Hardy to take the money and the time to organize all that. Kate, they've done an amazing job, and it was special. You know, you don't see that at all in the AHL. Just take the time to bring her close family member into her world. Really, like you see it from the outside, but to really be around us, and for my dad, it was a little bit a stressful moment. My dad isn't like he doesn't talk English a lot, and but I think he was pretty fired up, and it was a great moment. My dad and my mom been with my rocks, and since I've been starting to play hockey, my dad used to work extra time just to allow me to pay for all the travels and all the fees that comes with hockey, man. It's crazy nowadays. So, there's a big part of me that the big reason that pushed me every day. When there's a hard day, I just want to eventually get back to them and work as hard as possible. And so they've been a great motivation for me.
Yeah, they were a great motivation for us. I think we fucking ran them out of the building that night. We
Yeah, we
were
had a
all
great
jacked
time.
up.
Yeah. We had a great time.
That was sick. Uh, to end it, we just had Big Al on the pod. I'm
Oh
gonna
boy.
ask you, keeping it PG, what can you say about our dog?
I mean, Big Al, man, he's become one of my best friends, and Um, he's just a dog, man. Like in everything that he does, he loves just like us. He likes to compete, but to see him really take off the last 2 2 years, it's been awesome. We got super close together. We spent a lot of time with each other outside of the rink, and obviously, there's a part of me that's selfish a little bit, and it's sad to see him leave. But there's you're happy when you see guys getting other opportunities, and there's always a new start somewhere. So I'm excited to see what he does in Boston. I'm excited to see what you go do your thing in Germany, man, and terrorize this league. And I'm excited to see, Topi, Roni, all these guys that are leaving, unfortunately, do their thing. So, like I said, we had a special group, and I'm gonna remember those years for the rest of my years. My first pro years have been awesome. So hopefully, we can keep on that thing.
Yeah, and you will, man. That's awesome. When we asked Big Al about you, he said, "Well, Vil is loyal, he's a caring guy, but what he admires most is that you saw what you wanted this season and you went and took it. As we said earlier, day one, you're kicking the doors down, and you did that this season, my brother. I appreciate you. Thank you for coming on and taking the time with us.
Thanks for having me, guys, and say hi to all the girls in your respective homes, man. Well, I hope everyone is healthy and doing well.
Absolutely. They certainly are. I'm very
Hey,
lucky.
thank you so much. And listen, man, it sounds like you like to compete. I'd take you on my team any day.
I appreciate that, brother. Thank you.
That's not
God
up for
bless you.
discussion.